Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the She Plus Tech Table. This episode is really the bomb because I have a powerhouse with us today who is pulling up a chair to the She Plus Tech Table. She's a first-class honors computer science graduate and software QA engineer at IBM UK. She's an AWS Reinvent All Builders Grant Awardee for 2024 and an Alumni Advisor still with AWS for 2025. She's an IBM Consulting Ally Award 2024 recipient and Non-Profit Businesswoman of the Year 2025 awardee. She's recently been shortlisted for 3 Women in Tech Excellence Awards 2025, Role Model of the Year, Hero of the Year, and Founder and Entrepreneur of the Year. I mean, this lady is a powerhouse, I tell you. She continues to redefine leadership and impact in tech. She's also the founder of Lyfebites LEMP and co-lead of BlackWomen at IBM. And that's not enough. She's also a STEM ambassador because she's empowering the next generation through QA training, mentorship, and AI education. I want you all to stand up wherever you're sitting right now to welcome my guest for today, Amber I. Makinwa. Welcome to the
Oh my
podcast
God.
today, the C Plus Tech Table. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Now, listening to all of that, I'm like, is that me? No,
You.
that
Yes, it's you. And we're so proud.
no,
I'm sure that everyone around you
can't
is
believe that.
super proud for all that you've accomplished. But the question is, let's go back to the beginning. What first drew you into the world of technology and quality assurance? Was it something you always wanted to do? Was it something you just, kind of stumbled into? Can you give us your trajectory into tech and sort of take us through your journey, Amber?
So, where would I start?
From the beginning.
Growing up, yeah, the beginning is really quite a while back. Okay, now growing up, I actually wanted to be a medical doctor.
Oh.
That was the dream. Um,
Oh, okay.
Then, so back home, I sat for JAM and me. I don't know. Well, if you're Nigerian, you understand what this is. And if you know Nigeria so well, you know medicine has one of the highest cutoff marks when it comes to JAM and me. You can get every other maybe standard cutoff mark for JAM and you get into university, but medicine had like very high cutoff marks. So the first year, I passed my JAM, but I didn't meet the medicine cutoff mark because it was so high. So I tried again the next year. I got a cutoff mark this time. I also passed the me, and just when I thought I would have finally made it, guess what? The university lost its accreditation for medicine. That was Uniben in the
Oh,
state.
no.
So they said it might take like 2 years to get it back, or only God knows. So, what would I say? I've been home for like how many years now waiting to get into uni. Now, by then, I would already spent like 2 years at home waiting.
Oh,
I
no.
started teaching chemistry in a secondary school just to keep myself busy. No wonder I really love teaching, to be honest. It started a long time ago. I think after that time, I was about 17 then.
Oh, quite young.
Yeah, when I was teaching chemistry, 17, 18,
Amazing.
I was teaching chemistry at a secondary school. Now, then one day, my older brother came home and said, you know what? We can't wait any longer. You are going abroad. So I was like, ooh, okay, nice. Okay, I'm gonna leave Nigeria. So basically he applied for a course for me. He didn't tell me what it was. I got the admission, I got the visa, and it wasn't until we were at the airport when I was about to fly. That's
Mm.
when he said to me, by the way, Amber, you are going to study computer science. Hmm?
What?
I was like,
How?
sorry, what? Why didn't you apply for medicine? All this while, I thought he was applying for for medicine for me to go study.
Huh.
And when I said, why didn't you apply for medicine? He said to me, where's the money? Medicine is so
Oh,
expensive.
expensive,
There's
yeah.
no money. There's no money
Yeah.
to enroll you in a medical school or something in the UK.
Mm.
So that was basically how my tech journey started. Very unexpectedly, but honestly, it was for a purpose. Now, I went to the University of Greenwich, studied computing science, and graduated with a first class. And during my degree, my lecturers used to tell my classmates, if you want your work, your coursework to be reviewed properly, then your best bet is Amber. At that
Mm,
time, I didn't. At that time, I didn't realize. I didn't realize it, to be honest. But that eye for detail, that instinct to be able to double check and make sure everything was correct. That was the foundation of the tester in me.
mm,
And also at uni, while I also I didn't even know software testing was even a career as at that time. I only knew about it from SDLC, software development lifecycle,
yeah.
in our coursework, just a diagram that we did in our coursework. Now, but I gravitated naturally towards analysis, validation, making sure things made sense. Now, for my final year project, I built an anti-phishing system that detected malicious websites through Mozilla Firefox plugin. And I got a distinction for it. So after my BSc, I still felt like I still felt the heavily technical side
Your thing.
wasn't really for me. It wasn't my comfort zone. So I did a master's in business systems analysis and design, just to understand the business side of IT. And
Mm,
the funny thing is that mix and the understanding the business, paying attention to detail, asking the right questions, all of that pulled me straight into quality assurance.
mm,
And once I got into QA, I knew this was home. This is home. I right now I live and breathe QA. So I use the mindset everywhere, even outside of work. I tend to teach people QA. I also ask deeper questions. I look beyond the surface and never settle for it is fine. Basically, all of that has become part of me. So if I'm to go back to your question, so no, I didn't choose tech at the start, and I definitely didn't choose QA intentionally, but QA chose me, and I'm truly grateful he did, because I absolutely love what I do.
mm. That's
Yeah.
amazing. I mean, that's the thing I see. This is a common thread among women that I see in the tech space. For about maybe 70% of it, this nobody should quote me. This is just my own percentage, but from interacting with a lot of women in this space, I see that their journey is not usually linear. That some of them had interest in something entirely different. And that's the good thing about the technology ecosystem. You can find a home doing something that you absolutely love, just building on your natural inclinations. So I really like your story that you sort of made something good out of this experience that you had with Jam. And then kudos to your brother for taking that move, because look at you now. And it's good to have these systems in place. But going back to what I said, like it's not really linear. But for those who may be interested in QA, and you mentioned that you teach and mentor people, what would be like a roadmap or a trajectory for someone who wants to get into this space, always thinking about, okay, this is what I want to do? Can you advise them how they can go about it? What's a typical roadmap in 2026? And what would you advise someone who is interested in this field?
I always say there isn't one perfect roadmap. There's just a starting point. And the good thing about tech is you can enter from anywhere. So if I was giving someone advice today, I would say start with the basics. Just understand how software works, what the SDLC is, what Agile is, how APIs work, how data moves. Like just from even going through, like you're buying something from an e-commerce website and you're checking if everything is accurate, if everything is fine, that already you're having that instinct. Are you that person that you want things done in a certain way? Like it has to be done quality, has to be done in the correct way so that people are happy, so that people are they have this, how would I put it? Like they have, yeah, good, like the word I'm trying to look for, satisfaction. Yeah. What's the satisfaction they get from what you've done? Like,
Mm,
what's the feedback you're getting? Now, if you are that person, you have that instinct, You don't need to become an expert in everything. Absolutely not. Just build a foundation. Now, then those paths, then choose a path. Maybe you love manual testing just to be able to criticize what work has been done, manually test applications, or maybe you want to try automation. Maybe you are more curious about APIs or accessibility. Like, just pick one direction first. Don't overwhelm yourself. Another thing you need to do is learn one tool properly. If you can just learn one, so it can be, you don't have to be very good at all tools, just one. If it's UI, you want to be a front end tester, be able to test user be able to test front-end application. You can start with maybe learning Playwright. You can start with maybe learning Postman, how to do API testing. Or if you want to learn how to write good documentation, start with testing fundamentals. Yeah. Then build a small automation script. Anything that you've done that, not just videos. You can just play around. I'm gonna go on Amazon side. I want to test every single buttons on the Amazon website and if they work perfectly fine. You realize that I'm trying to click on the checkout button, but it will allow me to check out a particular item. That is a bug. You can start from there and then you start seeing how this application works. Build without you even in your portfolio. And finally, you can in a community or get a mentor. You grow 10 times faster when someone points you in the right direction. But yeah, no perfect rap, just stay consistent and keep learning. The industry which you have.
That's really good advice, especially the last thing you mentioned about community, because I know that there are a lot of people that started and then they've studied the tools, they've gone through the whole process, but they're finding it difficult to get jobs or they're finding it difficult to really become experts in the field. So community is really, really important. And yes, I like that point very well. So I hope if there's anybody listening, this is, the secret to what you need to be able to do. And as I mentioned, Amber is the founder of Lyfebites LEMP. And if you have any questions for them, or if you want to take any of the courses that they have available, you can always visit the website. It will be in the description. I wanted to ask as well, looking at the workplace today, how do you think the role of women in technical jobs has changed compared to when you first started? And what shifts do you think we'll see in the next few years, especially with AI happening? We're hearing a lot about people losing jobs, 40,000 here, 30,000 here, 20,000 here. And then women are already underrepresented in the tech ecosystem. So what are the changes you've seen from when you started, and what do you think will happen in the next few years?
When I started, it wasn't unusual to be the only woman in the room or one of very few. Now I'm seeing a real shift. All women are coming into tech, and not just through university, but through boot camps, career changes, mentoring programs, and apprenticeships. Companies are also more aware now about this shift. There's more conversation around inclusion, more flexible work environments, more spaces created for women to lead, not just be able to join, but to be able to lead as well. So in the next few years, I think we will see even more women in leadership roles, especially in engineering, architecture, and cybersecurity. I think hiring will become more skills based and less degree focused, which will then open doors for so many people. So workplaces will put more focus on psychological safety, creating environments where women feel safe to speak up, to be able to question things, or to be able to challenge decisions. Now, the shift is happening. And I'm really excited to see what the next generation of women in tech will look like.
If there's a woman listening right now that is doubting herself or wondering if she belongs in tech, what would you like to say to her, Amber?
I would tell her what I always say to my students, which is you don't need to know everything to start.
Oh,
Nobody does. You just need to be willing to learn. And that's it. My dad will always say, the day you stop learning, that's the day you die. So
yeah.
just keep learning. Every expert you admire today started exactly where you are. They were unsure, they were either overwhelmed and wondering if they belonged. So tech definitely needs women, not for diversity statistics. Women bring perspectives that genuinely make products and teams better. So if you're doubting in yourself, I want you to remember this. You belong any role you are willing to work for.
Oh,
Of what you want, then go for it. And my husband will always say that the most powerful tool is your mind. If you put your mind to it, become it. If you tell yourself to be that tech woman who's gonna go out there and become a tech baddie, take one step. You just need that one step and let your confidence catch up later. And if you ever feel like you don't belong, I want you to reach out. There's a whole community of women who've been there, and we are definitely ready to support.
ah. On that note, honestly, we've come to the end. I can tell you, as a tech baddie myself, and with the whole community of She Plus Tech behind you, yes, Amber is right. Reach out. We'll be able to help in whatever capacity, whether you're somebody who is interested in a particular tech field, as she said, cybersecurity, QA testing, if you're interested in software development, whatever project management, content writing, wherever you feel like you can fit into, reach out and then we can talk about it. Even if you're someone who is building a startup right now that has a tech focus, we can help you with resources. You don't have to do it alone. It's a wonderful way to end this podcast today. But before I let you go, I want to ask some rapid fire questions because I like people to know my guests a little bit more. So I'm going to just ask about five of them that I have. The first is one tech tool you can't live without, Amber.
I think I'll go for Playwright. It's just it 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 just makes automation feel so clean and powerful. So yeah,
For those who don't know what Playwright does, can you tell us a little bit more for those who don't know?
Playwright is an automation tool that you can use to run front end tests, and you can also run some back end tests if you want to do API testing.
Wonderful. And then number two, the toughest bug you ever fixed.
Ah, can I remember? Okay.
This year. Okay, so let's say this year.
Okay, that will be a backend validation bug where everything looks correct on the front end, but the business logic didn't match the coded logic. So I
Hmm.
had to dig across layers to find the real issue. It was a pain. It was truly a
Okay.
pain. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in your shoes for that. Third is coffee, tea, or something else to fuel late night work. If you're someone that does late night work.
To be honest, I'm sorry, on. I don't take neither coffee or tea. No.
Okay, that's amazing. And then if you weren't in tech, what career would you be in? Medicine?
Ooh, actually a very I love that question. Let me put it out because that's making me think. That's making me put myself in the position of where I would have been aside of a medical doctor. When I was a child, when I was growing up, I wanted to medicine and all that. But where would I be if not tech? I would either be a dancer, a yeah, a counselor or a teacher. Now, those are the three things I choose: expressing myself, helping people, and teaching others. Yeah.
Well, I can't let this dance go. What kind of dance are we talking about? Contemporary.
Oh, seriously, I used to do like some nice break dance and I used to do break dance. I I
Oh,
I actually
interesting.
belonged. Yeah, I belonged to a group of people that we do dancing. Then in church, where we will always just do lots of dancing and break dance. And
In.
oh, that it was so cool. And even till now,
Mm-hmm.
I would dance and dance like just upset
Oh,
me. And then the next thing I'm doing, I'm playing music, I'm dancing all house. And I can literally just dance for hours. That's like my main exercise as well. I can dance for hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, not stop without getting tired.
amazing. Amazing. I like that. I wouldn't have guessed, but I love that. And then the last, but certainly not the least, one piece of advice you give your younger self starting out.
Well, I would say stop waiting to feel ready. You become ready. You only become ready after you start. So
It's
start it.
amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing, Amber. Honestly, this has been an amazing conversation. You came with very good advice for all those who are interested in getting into the space and they feel like they need to be validated before they get into the space. I like this idea of you telling them just jump in, just take the first step, and the idea of building community. And that is something I stand for as well. And I really appreciate the fact that you're spending your time giving of yourself to others to make sure that you're building others to where they need to be. So thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
You've been amazing. I really appreciate you. Thank you for pulling up a chair to the She Plus Tech table. And for all of you watching, I hope that you enjoyed this conversation today. If you're interested in QA and you'd like to speak with someone about it, reach out to Amber or reach out to her organization and they'll be able to assist you or guide you to where you need to be. Reach out to She Plus Tech as well. If you can't reach out to them, I will be able to connect both of you. And if you need resources, or if you're looking to speak with someone about what your career roadmap or goals are, you can reach out to us anytime as well. Thank you so much for watching and stay tuned for the next episode. See you later. Ciao.